welcome to my gaming news video for one of the newest games to be announced at E3, and this one is a very exciting one. It's just so exciting. One of my top games, mainly because I love these type of games. I always loved the games, and I will definitely be playing it on this channel. So make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. And check out the stick around for the full game when it releases, because I will be playing it. But before I continue, just check out this.
Product not yet rated.
Alright, oh my gosh, that trailer was so awesome to see. I mean, it was just awesome. It's probably one of the most top-rated Star Wars games to date. That includes Battlefront and The Last of Jedi: Fallen Order, which Jedi: The Fallen Order I will be doing, and is a fun game, although as some people point out, it's kind of clunky, but I'm not going to talk about that because it's not about that. And Battlefront, I mean, the reason those two games are technically not as popular as they should be is because they're, related to EA, and a lot of people are, bad-mouthing it because of it, even though they're not even giving it a try. But anyway, today's not about them. Today is about Lego Star Wars: The Skywalker Saga. And yes, it's the Skywalker. It's all 9 films in one thing. That's all 9 films. So the prequels, the sequels, and the originals. I probably should have said the originals before the sequels. I don't know why I was meant to do that. I just messed up my entire video. No, reset this. We got to start again. Anyway, as you know, this will not come out until 2020. And people are wondering why Lego did that, announced it this year. Probably because of the new Star Wars film coming out this year, which is the 9th film. And with that in mind, that's most likely why it's not coming out until next year, although I would have liked it if it came out at the end of the year. But I know why it's not coming out before, because the film hasn't even come out yet. So, of course, if it has the 9th film in it, you won't put it in. But, I mean, it looks stunning, brilliant. And there are a few key points that people were, when they saw the trailer, excited for, and also were interested in seeing again, but then other people actually were realistic and realized it's probably just the trailer, but others were thinking, and people actually, when Charles Towers, which I'm about to get to announce more about the game, people were disappointed, but I'm not, because I'm excited either way. I don't care. But anyway, so Traveler's Tales, basically, as you can tell from the trailer, although some people were kind of confused when they saw the trailer, they actually thought it was a remaster. And it's not a remaster, it's a remake. It's completely new. I mean, you can tell. I mean, the fact that people thought it was a remaster of the original 6 and then the, Force Awakens and an add-on 2 games was just stunning. I mean, really, people? Really? It was just like Luke Skywalker in this trailer. He's way more improved. He's more modern version. Same with Darth Vader and all the other characters. So, I mean, the only two that are probably like their old version is Obi-Wan and Thing. I mean, just from the view of the trailer. Because Obi-Wan still has his hair and all that, like from the original thing, the young Obi-Wan, I mean. But other than that, I mean, the rest are pretty much updated. Like Luke Skywalker looks nothing like the original game, so that's how you know it's a remake, like completely remade from the ground up, as they said, and that's exciting. And the fact that it's not a remaster and it's being remade from the ground up, yes, there is voice acting. All Lego games since Lego Batman 2 have had voice acting. That has been a staple since then, since Lego Batman 2. A lot of people, when they heard this, not the ones that actually understood before they announced it that there would be voice acting and said, the trailer didn't show voice acting, but okay, it's clearly going to be voice acting. Those people weren't shocked and didn't really have anything to say about it. That saves me. I mean, come on, seriously, it's a Lego game, modern one. And it's another remaster. Of course, it's going to have voice acting. So why was everyone shocked at this and annoyed? I mean, there were some people annoyed, saying, "Oh no, this okay, it has voice acting. Nah, I'm not getting it now." They're probably joking. They probably will get it, but they were disappointed. Now, yes, while I agree, seeing the grunts in the trailer, and it would have been interesting to see them go back to that because the grunts were awesome. Still, like that's what made the Lego games so awesome. Seeing the whole physical comedy type thing, so that is good. But at the same time, the voice acting was pretty good too. I mean, Lego Batman 2, Lego Batman 3 maybe not. DC Villains had voice acting. Original story. Lord of the Rings did alright with the voice acting and merging it with physical comedy because they had to because Lord of the Rings is pretty dark. And so on. So I'm not that annoyed that this got voice acting. And for my Let's Play, I will be doing voice acting because, well, I'm assuming people will want to see voice acting in the Lego for like walkthroughs. But I also will, if people want, alongside that, if there are people who want it, I will do another Let's Play with grunts. That's if they include it. Because Travis Tales, seeing the reaction of people voice acting and grunts, and them wanting grunts back, have actually said, and they said this in an interview, or like they have thought of the option of doing it, like having an option to change to grunts, which in a way I don't see how to work, but I guess we'll see what happens with the cutscenes, because in the trailer the cutscenes looked like you could be grunts because Vader rips off his hand and gives it to Skywalker after he cuts off his hand, his Lego hand. So it's like, that's classic Lego. So it's maybe possible, and if they do it, I won't be annoyed. I'll play both times. I'll play with voice acting and grunts. I definitely will be. Whether I do two different Let's Plays, well, Let's Play will be voice acting. So that is one of the biggest things that I really enjoyed seeing. So anyway, as I said, the game is being made from the ground up. So completely redesigned levels and level setouts, completely new. The way the combat and all that, way they fight the force powers are all redesigned according to people who have gone special gameplay and according to interviews, which is awesome to see. Some people said like with the combat there's like life bars above people's heads and all that and numbers, and they said, oh, this is new. It's actually not new. There was another game that had life bars. Lego the Ninjago movie, and another one which the name's escaping me right now, but there has been life bars above Lego games heads. So that's actually not new, although it's probably different to those, so it's new, but yeah. So that's that. It obviously goes to all 9 films. Some of the levels that for the original trilogy and all that, some of the levels that were levels in the original, the Complete Saga and all that, won't be levels in this. They will be hub world stuff, and about the hub world I'll get to that in a second. But so your things like heading through the desert or something will be, as C3PO will be a hub world instead of a level, and probably heading to looking for Obi-Wan will probably be a hub world too. Not entirely sure, but we'll find out. So that's another thing that's interesting. Plus, the hub worlds, according to what they're saying, have been greatly improved which is awesome because I will say, all their Star Wars stuff, like their hub worlds, have always been pretty lackluster to me. And they were fun. They had side quests, but the hub worlds were, the original trilogy and the Complete Saga, etc. were always set in the canteen. You could explore there. It was fun, but it got pretty bland. The Clone Wars was probably more fun because it had the bad guy ships, good guy ships you could explore in the hub world, and then you could travel through your spaceship to each ship, and fight while heading there, free roaming hub world. But this one, basically, you can actually, use your spaceship. You can actually fly your spaceship through space. You can travel to planet, or free roam. So I'm assuming they'll have like a hyperspace. They do hyperspace, and hyperspace will be the load screen or something just to load the other planet. So like Disney Infinity. That's what I'm assuming. That's what I'm hoping. I hope it's if anything, the space stuff is like, and traveling to planet is like Disney Infinity space travel, because that was awesome hub worlds. And hub worlds are maybe a little bit bigger because they could definitely do bigger hub worlds. And obviously there will be the planets, so they won't just be confined to the rebel base on Takadana like in Force Awakens now, which again, Force Awakens, even though it was a modern game, it had voice acting for the Star Wars game. Which people actually should remember that the Force Awakens game had voice acting. So why do you expect this one not to have voice acting? But anyway, that was the gameplay was similar to the original, even though the hub world was modern voice acting. It still was. Hub world was still like all the hub worlds. They were still, they were still like the original trilogy hub worlds, where they were just bland. The gameplay was like the Jedi gameplay was like the original trilogy. This one, the Jedi gameplay and all that will be improved, and their force powers will be improved. I'm hoping this will include force jumping, so you can actually think, and jetpack characters being able to actually fly, because that would be awesome, and wouldn't be that much of a stretch since we already have flying characters, and since we already have super jump characters for like DC and Marvel games like Hulk and Superman. They both have super jumps. All you have to do is redesign that, put on a Jedi, force jump, boom, hold down the X button, and there we go. So I hope they included that. I really do, because it wouldn't be that much of a stretch, and it would be fun to be able to, use a Jedi to jump up to higher places, like really high places. So as you are flying through space in like hub worlds, from what I got from some people's look at the game and how they actually got to since they got to kind of play it a little bit, as they said, the hub worlds like Tatooine and all that will have two different hub worlds or different versions of hub worlds depending on what movies you're playing. So if you're playing the prequels, Tatooine will look like the prequel version of Tatooine, with Anakin being there and all that. And then if you're playing sequels, it'll look like the sequel, so it'll have like Jabba's barge and all that and things like that. And it won't have it in the prequel ones. And I'm assuming the sequels will be different. So they'll be like that. It will have Coruscant, Mustafar, there's a few of them as well. Utapar, or what have you pronounce it? And then obviously, so basically all the classic planets. Mustafar makes sense because, you go fight Anakin there in the prequels. So we got all that. Another thing you can do with the levels is you don't actually have to play the prequels before the originals. You can play the originals first, and you can do it in like the order they release. So the originals, prequels, sequels. I'll probably do the prequels first, just because doing a walkthrough of it, and it'll be like a let's play, and I just want it to be in order. But you could do it any order. You could do the sequels first. You could do your, you can do them first, and then you could do like all the others. So you can do it out of order in that way. And it seems fun. I can't wait for this game, and I am definitely pre-ordering the season pass edition. Speaking of that, I'm assuming there's a season pass. So there's no really confirmation, but with all modern games, there's always a season pass. There's always DLC, and that's probably people are wondering where's Rogue One, where's Solo movie. They're not part of the 9 movies. This is the 9 movies. They're not part of it. However, those characters will probably either appear in the game. If there is a level, it'll probably be a bonus or it'll be DLC. That's what it will be. Simple as that. That goes the same for Rebels, Clone Wars, Resistance, and I'm assuming they'll also bring in like the Freemakers as characters and maybe probably character pack level, I don't know. And also, things from like the Yoda Chronicles like Jack, which I wouldn't mind seeing Jack 14 in the Skywalker Saga. I like that Lego character from the Lego movies, the Lego mini movies for Star Wars. He was an awesome character. And so, those characters will definitely those may not, so they're not in the game at this point, but they're still things. They're either already going to have characters, or they're going to be DLC bonus stuff. That is pretty much assured. It's not confirmed, but it's pretty much guaranteed. I mean, come on, people, come on, think logically here. So talking more about the voices now, I'm gonna get more in depth on that for people, because people are wondering how they're also going to probably wondering how they're going to do the voices for like the original and stuff like that. Well, it's true. There's a lot of characters that aren't really around anymore, or maybe too old and won't sound the same. So for that, they will probably get voice actors that sound like imposters type things for the voice acting for the original trilogy, and maybe also do use sound bites from the actual film. But from what I gathered, they're actually most likely going to use imposters and just remake those scenes with those voice actors. So as long as the voice actors are good, I will not be... I'm sure there are some characters that maybe had to reprise their roles as for the original trilogy and the prequels. More likely the prequels, because that's not as old. The originals are older. So there may be some people that return. And for the sequels, I have no doubt that the people from the new movies will voice their characters, like Finn, because he even voiced himself in the Star Wars Battlefront and in the original Force Awakens. So him, Rey, and Kylo Ren, those ones definitely will most likely sing. Palpatine, it's a possibility too, because he's actually going to... This is pretty much a spoiler, but at the same time, the movie hasn't come out for anyone. It's like miles away, and it's pretty much on the trailer. So if you haven't seen the trailer, there's a hint that Palpatine is coming back. So because of that, whatever that is probably what we're going to hear for Palpatine throughout the entire thing, because Palpatine's pretty much in all the movies now. In all the not all the movies, all the sections, sequels, prequels, and originals. So that Qui-Gon Jinn, they could get the voice back for him. Who is what's his name? Is Liam Neeson? No. Is that it? I don't even remember his name. That's not his name. He played Ra's al Ghul in the Dark Knight. His name just gave me. I know him, but he possibly will be. They could get him back for a voice. We don't know. We'll find out. But yeah, that's pretty much how the voice actors will go down. Most likely, either sound bites or some new actors. Because some of them are gone, especially one we know that will be an imposter because of reasons. There are some also screenshots all over the line for the game, which should have appeared during the video, so you can see it. We got Boba Fett on the set with the barge for Jabba's barge, and we got Ewoks, and we have some sand people with the things. Basically, the graphics in these pictures look amazing. Like, they look so enhanced, and they look awesome. They definitely improved the game so much and built it up from the ground up. So from what they said also, there's going to be 200 characters for this game. Basically 200 plus characters in a way. This not necessarily 200. I don't know if they definitely will be DLC, so it'll probably make up 200. But there's going to be a lot of characters. This includes characters from the films, creatures from the films. So that includes like the Wampa. I'm assuming because we have big figures now. So the Wampa, the thing, I don't know how to pronounce it. The thing from Hoth that kidnaps Luke. So they'll have that and you'll be able to walk around as him on Hoth, him, her, or whatever. They will have ships. They have 150 ships, they said. So all up, it makes up 200 plus. You can also fly, obviously, the bigger ships too, like Death Star. I'm not sure if they'll be shrunken. They're kind of making out that, it's going to be awesome, but most of the times, most things, anytime you play as a Death Star or something, they shrink the ship. So it'll probably be shrunk so you can fly more. But it could be full size, but I don't know. But you will be able to walk on the Death Star in hub world form, and also Vader's special ship, which has a certain name. The Dieselnaut. No, the Naut thing. Not that. It's the big ship. Know the name. It starts with a D, I'm pretty sure. Correct me if I'm wrong. So that's going to be awesome to see as well. And also, one thing that's probably going to be awesome is the fact that, you have, if you're playing co-op, you can have someone on the Death Star, someone on the Starkiller base. And just, think you can battle it out and see who's better. Death Star. The other one's just a rip-off. It's bigger, but it's just so that co-op. There are people wondering if it's online. The Lego Worlds has online co-op, but that's kind of like a Minecraft game. Not many Lego games really do online play. It's just not a thing. It could be, but they haven't actually said anything about it. It will definitely be co-op offline. Only one game has ever done. Lego game has done no co-op, and that is the Lego City Undercover, which is an amazing game too, and that even has co-op now for multi-platform. It's just the Wii U version that doesn't. So it will definitely be co-op, couch co-op. Whether it's online co-op, highly unlikely, but who knows? They surprised us with this game, so they're surprising us, so it could, and it wouldn't be a success. So anyway, that does it for my look and discussion of the Lego Star Wars Skywalker Saga. Make sure you like and subscribe in the comments below. Let me know what you think of this awesome game and what you're looking forward to most about this game with all the information that we know. And yeah, now the fact that it's coming out 2020 means they could still be announcing another Lego game for this year, because they usually do a Lego game every year. So it could be Marvel, but it could also be Toy Story, like people were rumored, which I wouldn't be completely against the Toy Story. But anyway, see ya!